Hello, my friends. Today I'm back with more tips and more tricks to answer multiple choice questions. This video will be very useful for the students who are planning to appear for engineering entrance exams. Okay, so these tricks are to solve multiple choice questions really fast. And today we are going to learn three tricks. The first one is how to find the square root of a complex number within seconds. But before we start, I'm going to give you a small warning. This trick works only for multiple choice questions. I'll repeat, this trick works only for multiple choice questions. But don't be sad, most of the engineering entrance exams are based on multiple choice questions. So be very happy, let's learn the trick. So, shall we move? Okay. So, here goes our question. Find the square root of root under 5 plus 12y. So, I'm sure in class 11 or 12 you might have learned how to find the square root of complex numbers. And I'm sure you have seen long process which may take at least one page. And that technique is never going to help you, especially for the engineering entrance exams. Okay, so some of you might have seen shortcut methods in some books. It's okay, but that shortcut method is also a bit long. Now, this method is nothing but we just use the options to find the answer. So, what is root under 64? I'm sure most of you will say the answer 8 or maybe minus 8. The reason is what is 8 square? That is 64. That is exactly what I'm planning to do. But before we start, it will be really good if you go through these formulae. What is a plus ib the whole square? A square plus 2iab plus I square b square, but once simplified it looks like this. So remember, a plus ib ends up with plus I into 2ab, and a minus ib the whole square will end up with minus I into 2ab. That's really important. So let's go back to our question. So I'm thinking, like, if I square this option, will I ever get this answer? No, never. Because I have plus in between. So I'm going to cancel A and B because A and B cannot be our answers. So the only options are D and C. So let's go for D. Look at this. The real part is always A square minus B square. That means 1 square minus 3 square, and that is 1 minus 9. No, 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 no. Not that. We need 5. So that's it. The answer is plus or minus 3 plus 2i. Did you like the trick? It's so easy. Just find a square minus b square. 9 minus 4, yeah, 5. Plus 2 into 3, 6 into 2, 12i. See? It's really fast. I'm sure some of you are still confused with the method. Let's try one more question. Find the square root of 3 minus 4 root 7 into I. The options are here. So my friends, what is the sign in between? It's negative. So our answers can never be B and D. So our suspects are option A and option C. Is that clear? Okay. Now I want you to focus on this A square minus B square. What will be 9 minus 7? Are you going to get 3? I don't think so. Now let's go for 7 minus 4. Exactly. So our winner is option C. Isn't it really easy? So this is how we find the square root of complex numbers for a multiple choice question. So let's move ahead and check out one more tip. And the next trick is related to differentiation. Most of you have seen this question in calculus, mostly in class 12th. Whenever you have the form variable to the power variable, you'll be forced to take logarithm and then convert the given question into implicit and differentiate. So I'll show you the long process first. The first thing we do is we take log on both sides. And I think you remember the properties of logarithm. What is log a to the power b? It's going to give you b into log a. So you take log on both sides, we get log y is equal to sin x into log tan x. And then we will differentiate both sides with respect to x, and that will give you an expression from which you'll be able to solve for dy by dx. But the process is really lengthy. Anyway, after so many steps, we got the answer. But my friends, if they ask the same question for an engineering entrance exam, you can be happy because we have a trick. Just check out this formula. This works for variable to the power variable. So if you have a function in the form variable to the power variable or variable function to the power function, you just apply this formula and find the answer. So shall we check it out? Okay. So let's work out the same question. So do you have a piece of paper and pen? If not, pause the video and take one paper and pen. So we have our f to the power 5. So the formula goes like this. You have to copy the same thing. So look, I copied the same thing, and then I'll write from sin x to tan x. Look, it goes like 5 by f. So I'm going to write sin x by tan x. Is that clear? So first I copied the same thing. So tan x the whole power sin x, and then sin x by tan x. Now I'm supposed to find the derivative of f. What is the derivative of tan x? Sec square x. Plus, now it's time to differentiate the power, the function in the power. And what's the derivative of sin x? Yeah, it is cos x. And finally, log tan x. That's it. Isn't it really easy? So let's try one more question with the same formula. So let's say y is equal to x to the power sin x. Is it in the form variable function to the power variable function, or rather function to the power function? Yes. So dy by dx is equal to, look at this, can you see f to the power 5? Okay, so copy the same thing. You just copy the same thing and then you write 5 by f. That will be sin x the whole divided by x times, what is f dash? What is the derivative of x? 1. Plus, now time to differentiate the next one, the one on the power. that is cos x. And the last thing to do, write log of the quantity here, and that will be log x. Isn't it awesome? That's it. You have the derivative right in front of you. So, shall we try once more? One more last question. Okay, so here it goes. Y is equal to x to the power x. It's really easy. So, dy by dx is equal to, you copy the same thing, and phi by f. X by x will give me 1. So, I'm not going to write that. Into derivative of this part, derivative of our f. Anyway, you're going to get 1 plus time to differentiate the power, that's also 1. So the last thing to do, log x. So that's it. I hope you're enjoying this method. Okay, so let's go for the last trick in this video, and that is really useful when you simplify complex numbers. So I've seen so many students wasting a lot of time simplifying complex quotients like this. Okay, but I have a really nice trick for that. So let's try this question. 2 plus 3i the whole divided by 4 plus 5i. So the first thing to do is you write the denominator, and the denominator is nothing but you square 4 and you square this, and always addition. Okay, and the next thing to do is you multiply this and this, and you multiply 3 and 5. So what is 2 into 4? 8. And what about 3 into 5? 15. And that's it. Plus, now be a little bit careful. You multiply in this manner diagonally. What is 3 into 4? 12. Minus 5 into 2, that is 10. That's it. It's done. Isn't it really easy? Shall we go back and check it once more? So we have a complex quotient, and you know very well in many problems you get expressions like this. And the usual method is you multiply by the conjugate, but that takes a lot of time. And in your engineering entrance exams, we cannot waste time. So we need shortcuts. So the first thing to do is square 4, square 5, and add them up. And the next thing to do is you multiply like this. 2 into 4. What is 2 into 4? And what is 3 into 5? Plus, now be a little bit careful. It's not the determinant. It looks as if you are doing something like a determinant, but no. What is 3 into 4? 12 minus 10. That's it, my friends. That's it. We have the answer. So, shall we try one question? Let's try a very simple one. 1 plus I by 1 minus I. Okay, so what's the first thing to do? What's the real part? 1. What's the imaginary part? Minus 1. Whatever, I'm going to square them. 1 plus minus 1 the whole square, that is 1. Now, multiply 1 into 1. Now, 1 into minus 1. And add them up. That's it. Now put plus and the next bracket. Now it's not determinant, it's something like that. So 1 into 1 and minus 1 into minus 1. Okay, so that is, it's going to give me 1 plus 1, and outside there will be I. So this is gone, 2 by 2, so the answer is I. Once more, let's try 2 plus 5y by 3 plus 2i. So what's the first thing to do? Okay, so square, square. That will be 9 plus 4. Now tell me what is 2 into 3 plus. What about 5 into 2? 10. In brackets plus the next bracket. What is 5 into 3? 15 minus 4i. That's it. What is 6 plus 10? Yeah. 16 by 13 plus I into 11 by 13. So did you enjoy that trick? So I hope you enjoyed the video. So I'll be back with more tips and tricks to answer multiple choice questions. So till then, bye.